Hi again, everyone. It's Jeremy with Quiet Mind Yoga and Joy Scola, and we're on our third and final part of the strengthening series. Now we're going to focus on the legs, and then it's all done, and you can do it all over again. All right, so start on your back. Relax your upper back, and then press your heels down into the ground, but lift the balls of your feet. So just like you would set up in bridge pose, so your fingers can just touch your heels. Your heels are down, but the balls of the feet are lifted. And the feet are going to press down as you lift the hips. And the feet are going to try to pull back, but that'll engage your hamstrings. That's what we're going for. The glutes can engage too, because the hamstrings work with the glutes. We want that. Heels are trying to drag towards the shoulders and push down into the mat, right? So if you're not feeling this in your hamstrings, push it down more in the heels and pull back in the heels. That's good. If you like that, you can stay there. If you want a little more challenge, lift the right heel towards the ceiling. Point the right toes towards the ceiling. And then we'll switch legs. Right heel down, just the heel. And then left toes point towards the ceiling. Right heel still pushing down and pulling back. And then we'll lower left heel down, press in, and then lift the right foot. And then we'll switch legs. Again, right heel stays down, left toes point up. Hamstring curls are not the way to strengthen the hamstrings because that is not a functional movement. This is a functional movement. We actually need to lift the hips and glutes and everything together. And that's a great way to strengthen the hamstrings. Lower back down, lower hips, and then hug the knees in. Hold outside the knees or outside the feet for happy baby. Just pedaling the feet out one leg side to side, straightening the legs to extend the hamstrings and give them a little bit of relief. And then from here, we'll roll over to one side and come up to hands and knees and step your right foot forward into a lunging position. Tuck the left toes and lift the left knee. Lift your left heel so it's above the ball of the foot. Instead of pressing the heel back, you lift the left heel to engage your quad, your left leg, and then hands to the right thigh, strengthening the spine, and then maybe hands to the waist, strengthening both legs, very strong, and then maybe arms overhead, but that's least important part because we got the legs engaged, we're good. Engage your left glute. Press your right foot into the ground and forward. Press your back foot into the ground and back. So your legs are trying to go apart from each other, but they're not physically moving. And then we'll lower the hands here. Step back just for a moment to switch legs. Left foot forward. Right leg is straight. Hands to the left thigh. Lift your right heel over the ball of the foot to engage the quad, the glute, everything. Hands to the hips or arms overhead. Just if you want a little more challenge, but that's the least important part. We want to focus on the legs today. The left foot presses down and forward. The back foot presses down and back. Trying to pull the mat apart to focus on engaging, actively stretching the right quad. Time under tension is how we build strength. We're going to put a lot of time under tension for the quads, the hamstrings, the adductors, inner thighs, and abductors, outer thighs. And then from here, turn your back heel down like warrior two, and then walk your hands out like down dog at an angle, so they're going to be off your mat. Your feet are still trying to pull each other apart. Left foot's going forward, right foot's going back. So you're actually probably going to feel this mostly on your inner left thigh, the adductor. And then left hand to your left hip, right hand to your right hip, and press back up. And then the left hand to left thigh, right hand swings down and opens up just for a moment here in side angle. And then right hand to right hip, left hand to left corner of your mat. Now we're going to shift weight into the left hand and lift the back leg. We'll do this a few times, coming back down with control, and then shifting weight forward and straightening the left leg with control, and then slowly lower back down, and then straighten back up, slow and controlled, and then slow and controlled back down. Very nice. We'll lower the hands And you can jump switch or just switch the legs. Left heel turns down, hands walk to your left like down dog. Your legs are like warrior two. Right knee bending towards the right middle toe. You'll feel this mostly actively stretching your inner right thigh. Hold and breathe. And then right hand to right hip. Left hand to left hip. Press into the feet to rise up. Right forearm to thigh. Left hand swings down and up. Moment in side angle. Left hand to left hip. Right hand to right corner of your mat. Shift weight forward and lift. And then slow, controlled back down. And slow, controlled back up. And again down. And last time, lifting, straightening right leg. And then we'll lower back down. Back to lunging position. Back to down dog. And pedal the feet out. Shifting weight side to side into the hamstrings. And then from here, bend your left knee deeply. Turn your right heel down like warrior two again. Press into your hands and press your hips back. Turn your right shoulder towards the ceiling. Left shoulder drops down. You'll likely feel this in your outer right hip, which I used to feel a lot, but I'm not feeling so much today, so I think I made progress there. That's nice. And we'll come back to center. Right knee bends, left foot turns down. Press into the hands and lift your left hip back. Drop your right shoulder for this. Emphasis on the outer left hip. And then back to center. Pedal the feet out, shifting weight side to side. And then step to the front of your mat to a forward fold. As you inhale, lift halfway up. As you exhale, fold and pin down the ball of each big toe, like we did in that first video. Finding that to find your balance. Bend at the knees, chair pose. Now, what would a leg strengthening practice be without chair pose? But it's so predictable, so I gotta skip it. So cross right ankle over left thigh and bend into the knees into standing pigeon. If you're good there, maybe your hands come down to the mat. Maybe. Maybe bend the elbows like chaturanga, cross, and then wrap the toes around the left arm and bring the left heel in and extend the left leg back and balance. Maybe not. If you're not there, work towards chaturanga in the upper body and then slowly bring it back in and then come back to stand. Raise the arms, yay! Hands to heart. Bend at the knees. Left ankle over right thigh. And then maybe you're good there. Maybe you bring the hands down to the mat. No rush. If you're good in one spot, stay there. Listen to your body. Maybe you bring the hands down like chaturanga. Wrap that left foot around the arm. Shift weight forward. Bring the right heel in like crow pose. And maybe extend the right leg back. And then slowly coming back the way you came in. Slowly rising back up. Arms extend, leg down, yay! And then fold over the legs. Inhale to half lift. Exhale to fold, interlace your hands at the low back, arms hang overhead. Bend your right knee a lot. Keep your left leg straight, turn your right shoulder towards your right knee. Some micro bend in the left knee, so it's not hyperextended, but it is straight. And another side, left shoulder to left knee, right leg is straight. Right shoulder opens towards the ceiling. And then back to center, both arms extend. Legs are straight. And then slowly release the arms. Separate the feet wide apart. Toes and knees point out in the same direction. Hips lower into malasana, hands at the heart. And then lower down to the tail. And then come down to your back. Hug the knees in. Rock side to side on the back. Knees in towards the shoulders. Hold outside the feet. Happy baby. And this time staying in the center, pressing the tail down at the same time. Shoulders stay down, knees come in towards the shoulders, creating a deeper stretch in the inner thighs. And then soles of the feet together, all the way down to the ground. Supta Baddha Konasana, palms open beside you. Inhale, nose. Exhale, mouth. Inhale, nose. Exhale, mouth. Inhale, nose. And exhale, mouth. You could stay there or extend your legs to Shavasana if you like. Again, short practice, short relaxation, just like last time, but still giving yourself the time to rest and integrate instead of just rushing to the next thing. Strength is built in the time under tension and in the time in recovery, so equally important. So you've done some really good work in this series, and it's just as important to take some time to rest and integrate before moving on to the next series of strengthening that you do. Start to hug the knees in and rock side to side. And over to one side and slowly back up to any comfortable seated position. Thank you once again for joining us and enduring this practice. I know it's not easy. And if you found it challenging, you can always go back and do it again, or check out my other videos or Joy's videos on ways to build into these more advanced practices and build more strength step by step in your practice. So thank you, Joy. And if you like this video, leave a comment below. Let us know what you liked and what you want to see more of. Share this video with your friends. Subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to Joy's channel. And we'll see you soon. Namaste.